One of the things that is important for some issues in a migration is the ability to reproduce an issue. In this module, we'll see why this can be important. Reproducing an issue is useful in a couple of situations. The first is when investigating an export or import error. It might be that you have discovered a lot of items that have errored with the same reason, and you want to capture some additional logs. Reprocessing the item and reproducing the error will help with troubleshooting this cause, especially if logging has been set to trace in order to capture more information. Let's see how to reprocess an error and see the result. Here on the failed item screen, we can see some items which have failed, and they're permanently failed. As we've discussed before, it means that they have been retried 10 times already, but we may need more information from the log files, so reprocessing one item, as we see here, is useful. Afterwards, we can see lines in the log file, which will be useful to the customer experience team. Sometimes the thing that we want to reproduce and capture more information about is in stage 2. Perhaps there's a command in the workflow which is failing. Let's take a look at that. Here we can see an errored mapping that is in stage 2. The workflow won't proceed until we take some action. If it's one mapping that's failed, we might not spend too long investigating that, depending on the command that has failed. But if there's a lot of mapping, we might investigate more deeply. We can click here to retry the command. And if we review the appropriate log file, we can see what happens. Often when it comes to reproducing an issue, you will already be working with the customer experience team, and they'll be able to help you reproduce the issue with either instructions for you to follow or a remote session where they'll assist you. If you're using Archive Shuttle Cloud, they might even do the whole thing without any assistance from the customer.